I'm out here at Orlando HamCation, and I think I may have just found the coolest car in the whole lot. We're talking to the owner of this awesome mobile ham shack known as the Stealth GTI, today on KFI IRE Ham Radio.
For years, it was just had my dual band in it, dual band, and everything was just duplex to this one antenna socket up here, and I was well known for hiding everything, so that's where the stealth part came in. And then during COVID, I got bored and kind of went a little nutty with it, so that was when I got the Scorpion, and then about a year later was when I went ahead and went for the VHF Rover contest setup. And people say that my stealth is gone, but I like to say that now the car's so stealthy you can't even see the GTI under the radio station.
So why the GTI and not just, go with something bigger for your build instead?
I wanted to run with what I already had. I mean, the cheapest car to own is the one you already have on your hand. And really, the pricing for cars has just gotten crazy. I think it's starting to come back down a little bit, but this car, even this very car, 2017, today, a car with 50,000 miles on it costs more than what I paid for this when it was brand new. I can't do that, so I just take what I use, and the car's fun. I've tuned it for speed and fun, and when it doesn't have all this up there, I have fun with it. The tower and the beams, they only go up for contests and exhibitions, and lately road testing, noise testing. This module here with my loops, I put that up on the weekend, so that's just 4 bolts, hold that on, and then it just all comes right off. And then the rack I leave on full time, so I always have the verticals on the car. And then the verticals on the hood are new, because now that I have lopped about 18 inches off of this mast here, and so with everything riding lower, the antennas on the right-hand side of the car will collide with the Yagis when I turn them around. So I put the new low mounts on so that I can remove the tall antennas and mount them down lower.
So did you drive with all this on it from Virginia?
I did.
How was the driving it?
It was good, except for in Carolina, South Carolina, I-95, concrete roads that are not in good shape. It was a lot of the jolting of the car, and I can only imagine that mast up there was just whipping around and being exerted to some forces. I didn't like it, but other than that, everything was fine.
So is it pretty crazy with the wind drag?
No, I still got like 29 miles to the gallon on my first tank, and the next one I got 25, and that was, I sat in traffic for about 30 or 45 minutes, so that's 0 miles to the gallon, so that ate into it. And I haven't put a third tank of fuel in it yet, so I don't know what the third tank is, but I think it's doing all right. It's getting way better than it would be if I had an SUV.
So what do people think when they come by and see this? Or what do they say?
I'll bet he's not married, and I'm trying to think of the other one. I can't think of the other common one, but they're really amused by all of this stuff being in such a small package. And that was what I was going for as well, is can I get it all into the small little Calhoun car? And I think I'm doing all right with that.
Is this the first time you brought it out to like a ham fest, or have you done that before?
Last year. This car was here last year, and that was the first time in over 25 years that I've been to any sort of ham conventions or ham fest of any sort. And it was pretty overwhelming. I had shown the car without the tower at Volkswagen shows because I'm a Volkswagen fiend. And I get mixed reviews. Some people are like, hey, that's kind of cool, or hey, what does that do? Or why would you do that to a GTI? But when I got here, I was just being bombarded with hundreds or even thousands of questions, and they're all really good ones. So I enjoyed it, the interaction. So I was glad to come back. The car is hopped up for fun. It's been tuned and it's got a turbo swap, so it's speedy. And that's one of the reasons why I don't get rid of it, because if I'm driving a Bronco or a full-size pickup truck to support all of this, and I get on a twisty road, well, now I can't have the same fun in it that I would in this car. So I drive the car that I like to drive.